Ocho, we got something that we got to talk
Whoa,
about
whoa,
here.
whoa. What
George,
happened?
George
That's my
Pickens
guy, George Pickens, baby. Let's go.
admitted to not wanting
Yeah.
to block to avoid injury. Jalen Warren, the guy that he was supposed to be blocking for, some people play the game different. If I was in that position, I would have blocked for him, but we play differently. So I need you to say, in the words of Ricky Ricardo, like he used to tell Lucy, somebody got some planning to do.
Hey, listen, I love Pick. I love Pick. I love George to death. I love him to death. And as a receiver, as a former receiver, what I've always wanted to do is I've always wanted to block for my running backs, whether it be Rudy Johnson, whether it be Corey Dillon, whether it be Cedric Benson. Always. Now, I'm not known as a blocker. I wasn't physically imposing. That's not what I did. But what I did do is I would get in somebody's way and make sure and give my guy a two-way go. You can go inside, you can go outside. Sometimes I didn't even have to touch nobody. I just run two people off. In that situation with George Pickens, because they are losing, have a losing record. They're not having a good season based on the standard in which we hold the Steelers to. Everything is magnified. 2 weeks ago, we had Deontay Johnson not blocking. This week, we got George Pickens kind of loafing, running back. Loafing, not blocking. Again, his reasoning for not blocking was similar to that of the reason how Tank Dell got hurt, being in a scrum a little bit and having people roll up on him. But there was no effort on that play. There was no effort at all on that play. George, I know you're going to see this, baby. I love you to death, but you can't do that. I understand what he's going through right now. To me, how I view George Pickens, and I would hope how some of us view George Pickens coming out of college, that is a transcending talent. One of the best, if not the best, coming out in the draft that year. I don't think there was anybody better than him. I see him as a player that can change the dynamic of a franchise, especially offensively, from the receiver position. That does not, I'm not saying what he did was okay, but I think for George Pickens, they have underutilized him to the point where it's become demoralizing. It has hampered his confidence and his want to even be out there on the field and contributing as much as he can. And that is a result of what I think we saw.
I disagree. And let me tell you why. If you think that was the first time that he had done that, he done this when they were winning. Deontay Johnson has done this when they're winning. So you think Sunday was the first time that he chose not to block in a game?
That's a good one. I'm glad you said that. This is the first time. This is probably not the first time he chose not to block in a game, but this is the first time it's been brought to everyone's attention and it's been magnified on a higher scale where we all can see.
Because but what's my favorite quote to you? You never accept anything in a win, you wouldn't in a loss. So when he was doing this, when you was winning and you accepted it, what's the problem now?
Right. And listen, what they got to do now is George has to figure out a way. Deontay Johnson has to figure out a way. Listen, we have a problem in Pittsburgh. The eye in the sky don't lie, and everybody is watching. They're going to be critical and analytical of every little thing you do. So what did George and Deontay need to do? Don't be the problem, be the solution. You have a quarterback carousel. You have inconsistency play at the quarterback position. That means Deontay Johnson and George Pickens have to be on 10 every single time. They got to do everything right every single time because every little thing is magnified because the season is not going as good as it should.
Can I ask you a question? When you caught 10 passes for 200 yards.
Wait. If I got 200 yards, I don't need 10 passes. Just give me about 6. 6 passes is enough. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. So you got 6 passes for 200 yards. Your paycheck was probably $75,000.
Nah.
When you caught 3 passes for 25 yards, your check was $75,000. So what's the difference? You didn't get paid by the catch. You didn't get paid by the yard. So why are these guys doing what they're doing? You say they're frustrated because they're not catching. Their paycheck indicate they're getting paid the same regardless.
I like that point, but you get paid, right? You're getting paid, right? You're getting paid to be utilized.
Yes.
You're getting paid to catch balls. You're getting paid to catch touchdowns. Now, one thing I know about George Pickens, we see flashes of brilliance. We see flashes of a transcending talent that is being underutilized, because every time I turn around, goddamn George is hitting his head off the goddamn goalpost all the time. But they don't use him enough. This is me from this is from me from the outside looking in. I don't watch enough of the Steelers to be able to make a fair assessment on them in its totality. I'm just saying from what I see.
Because you know why?
Wait,
you know why? You know why?
My computer about to go dead. Hold on, baby. Oh, I'm in the game now. Come on. Well, we gonna talk. We finna be on here 3 hours a night. I'm feeling good.
But you see the problem? Because George Pickens and Deontay Johnson only see their worth in scoring touchdowns. They don't see they add any value any other place other than scoring, other than catching passes.
You can't say that. You can't say that. You can't say that just because
Why did they block then? Why didn't they block? Why didn't they block?
Don't put that on them. And I just said that.
Okay. Since you're defending them, why didn't they block?
You can't say I'm defending them. I said what they did wasn't right. I said what they did wasn't right.
Why didn't they? Okay. I said they see their value as catching passes, scoring touchdowns. They don't see adding value as blocking and the running back scoring touchdowns. So again, I reiterate to you, why didn't they block?
On those specific plays where they didn't block, I can't answer that. Yes, I can't answer because I'm not in their shoes. I just gave you an assessment on why
The man said he didn't block because he didn't want to get hurt. Did you not hear him say that come out of his mouth?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then wait. Then I gave you an example on what just happened not too long ago with one of the great ones over there in Houston getting rolled up on. I understood what he's saying, but what you can do is you can block and keep your feet moving. Keep your feet moving. Keep them things chopping. If you feel someone coming up under you, you get up out of there. Yeah.
Ocho, you in the wrong business. If you worried about getting hurt playing professional football, you in the wrong sport.
But
you can't say, man, I'm afraid of getting thrown off and say I'm a professional bull rider. That's a part. That's a part of it. You can't say, man, how do you become a vet if you're scared of blood? How do you become a trauma surgeon if you're scared of blood? How do you say I want to be a lifeguard, but man, damn, I'm scared of this water? You can't. So if you're going to play football, you can't say I'm afraid of injury. That's a part of it.
I know it is. Listen, you screaming at me like I said it. I was just giving you maybe a reason on why I think he didn't block. He said what he said, and then I just added a little bit more context to it about the frustration that he might be feeling about not being able to be as productive as he thinks he should. That's all. I'm not saying what he did is right. I'm not saying what he did is right.
I get that. The best thing that I love about me is that I have this great thing called recall. And I remember you telling me that receivers go out there. You said receivers are not supposed to care who the quarterback is. You got an effing job to do. So if he got a job to do, what does it matter whether or not he's catching passes?
I said that. I said that when I first started. I said, George, baby, you got to go out there and play no matter whether you're catching balls or not. You got to hold your head up. You got to pick your chin up because you can't see where you're going if you got it down. I said that. I didn't say it in those words, but I said it.
But you said he was frustrated. That's why he didn't do it. You offered an explanation for why he did it. It's supposed to be offered without explanation.
I'm just telling you why, Unc. I'm telling you why. I'm a receiver. I know that body language. I know that. I know that body language. I'm telling you what it is.
What I'm trying to tell you,
I'm not saying it's right.
The reasons that you're giving that he's underutilized. He's not getting the ball. The quarterback play. That's unimportant.
Oh, it's unimportant, right? But I'm giving you reasons on why it probably happened. Don't do me like that.
No, there can't be a reason why it happened. Let me ask you a question. So what if like the offensive lineman say, the running back said, man, they ain't letting me run the ball, so I'm gonna miss this block and let the quarterback get hit in the back of his head.
But no, I'm not cool with that. But you jumping on me. I'm just giving you reasons on why it's probably happening. Again, I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just giving you the A, B, and C. You know what? This is how he's probably feeling. His frustrations. He's lashed out. He's angry. He's upset. that shit can be demoralizing, and you can lose your confidence based on being underutilized, knowing that you can help. That's all.
I'm gonna take it a step further. Let me tell you why it's happening. Because Mike Tomlin has allowed it. There are two things at play here. Either he's coaching that type of behavior or he's condoning that type of behavior.
Whoa. Mike Tomlin does not control grown men. He does not control grown men. You can't. Let's not put that on the coach. Let's not put that on the coach.
You either coach it or you condone it.
I don't think we know Mike Tomlin's not condoning it.
Antonio Brown. Talk about Antonio Brown. Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, Martavius Bryant, George Pickens, Santonio Holmes. Why is it? I just gave you 6-7 names.
And it's all you gave me 6 good ones too. Now you ain't just give me no slouches. You gave me them boys.
Think about it. Traded Santonio Holmes, cut Martavius Bryant, traded Claypool, traded Antonio Brown. Do you see a reoccurring theme? You see a reoccurring theme? They tolerate you till they can replace you. You see the behavior? Now, you remember when Antonio Brown went live on Facebook
in the locker room?
You remember from the locker room? Yeah.
Wait, with no ill intent now. With no ill intent. Just they were happy about a win.
You know the locker room is off limits, Ocho. You know damn well. Come on, don't do that now. I'm not finna let you pretend like the locker room isn't off limits.
It's a camera in the goddamn locker room after every goddamn game now. It's a camera in the locker room after every goddamn game.
NFL films. So let me ask you a question.
I like how you move the goalpost there. I like
that. So let me ask you a question. How much you think Antonio Brown paid to do that? And how much you think NFL films paid to do that?
Oh, the money. Yeah.
No, yeah. The money.
You know, you grease them play. You grease the right palm. You can do anything, baby. Yes, sir.
Thank you. And when they asked Mike Tomlin, was he going to suspend Antonio Brown? He said no. You see?
Nigga, where you gonna get that goddamn? Oh shit, I'm sorry, my bad. Where you gonna get that production from? Where you gonna get that production from? You just said you can replace. They tolerate you so they can replace you. They ain't replaced 84 yet. That might be top 5 nigga they ever play this goddamn game.
But you see what happens? You see what those guys saw? They saw Antonio Brown with that kind of behavior.
No. Now we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We're not going to do that. Everybody's their own individual. We're not going to say, oh, George Pickens is only acting like this because of what Antonio Brown did. That's a grown man. A grown man.
Hey,
hold on. I got one for you. I got one better for you. Did George Pickens do what he's doing now at Georgia? Did he have any, or was he an angel? Was he a saint at Georgia? Or did he have issues?
I don't know his history. I don't know his history either. But you have to understand, Ocho, college coaches are a little different. It's a little bit more iron-fisted. They run it. Nick Saban runs Alabama. Kirby Smart runs Georgia. They run your ass off if you keep this kind of behavior. It's a lot different than an NFL program. But what I'm saying is that I've always tried to be mindful, Ocho, of behaving a certain way because I know people was watching me. And so what you don't want to have happen when they start enjoying a little success, they see Ochocinco bull jiving. They see Ochocinco not blocking. They see Ocho showing up late for meetings. They see Ocho showing up late for practice. There's a reason why they say we try to get bad apples out of the locker room. Because why, Ocho? Influence. There's a reason why. You say, oh, that's a grown man. Do you see? You follow politics a little bit.
I don't like politics. I don't like politics. But go ahead.
Okay, religion, the pastor, he has it. He says a certain thing, and they follow him, don't they? That's a grown man. Why they listen to somebody else? That's what you're talking about, Ocho. Come on.
Hey, listen.
It matters.
I like where you're going with it, but I ain't buying it. I like where you're going with it. I like the way you explained it, but I ain't going with it. I ain't going for that. George Pickens is his own man. George Pickens is his own player. He has his own style of play. He has the way he's always acted since he was, who knows, since he's been playing football. When you make it to the NFL, you are yourself. Nobody else is going to dictate how you act based on what you've seen them do. That's not
true.
Okay.
That's not true. That's not true.
You don't think so?
Let me ask you a question. You ever seen this take place in New England? You was there.
Who?
Why didn't it take place in New England? Why don't we see this kind of behavior, on the field behavior, the holding, the false start penalty, the jumping outside, the lackadaisical play? Why don't we see that in New England?
Play that shit up there, boy.
What? Hold on, watch it. Those are grown men. They could do what they now under
Boy,
what you said.
listen.
You said they're what you said. No. I want you to listen. You said they are grown men, and grown men are going to do what they want to do. Now I need you to explain to me why grown men in New England behave as opposed to grown men in Pittsburgh.
Everybody in New England, when I was there, is expendable, boy. You hear me? Stay with me real quick now. Stay with me. Let me talk to you. Everybody, let me take my glasses off. Let me take my hat off so you understand how serious I am. Everybody in New England during my time there, during that era, was expendable except one centerpiece, and that was 12. You fuck around. Damn, I keep cursing. I'm sorry, Unc. You mess around and you act up during that era, during that regime, with the talent we had on the team, you're out of there. Man, listen, it's different from top to bottom. It's different from top to bottom, the way they run that ship over there, because we don't need any of these pieces as long as we got that centerpiece in 12.
You see why? But see what he did is he laid the foundation. Jimmy Johnson was the exact same way. You see, you never reward negative behavior. A kid doesn't know, a child doesn't know the difference between right and wrong unless there's a correction for the wrong. Right. You see what happens? They started rewarding negative behavior. He said George Pickens is too talented for him to do like any type of punishment. He said he can't bench him because he's too talented. You see, you've rewarded. My grandpa used to always say, boy, you never reward negative behavior. If a child act up, why would I give him ice cream? Why would I give him candy? Why would I take him to the beach? Why would I take him to the zoo? Why would I take him to the amusement park when he acts an ass? Because I'm rewarding negative behavior. I'm telling him, if you behave in this manner, this is the way to get what you want. So what's the repercussions for George
technically,
Pickens?
In hindsight, the repercussions, he's feeling it. Because he's not being utilized. He's not being utilized. He's not putting up the numbers he should be based on what I know he can do. Again, people in the chat, I can't even see the chat right now. I'm not saying what he's doing is okay. I'm just giving you logical reasons as a former receiver.
There is no reason.
Okay. All right.
There's no reason for not doing your job. So you mean to tell me I can come to my work and say, because I got something on my mind, I can't do my job like I'm supposed to? Is that what you're telling me, Ocho?
Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens. Listen, stay with me real quick. You ever been in a relationship, right? You ever been in a relationship and you get in an argument, at work, and you're at work, and it affects you at work. Stuff like that affects you.
I didn't talk to my girlfriends at work. I'm at work. What did I tell you?
You just missed everything I just said. Sometimes before you leave the house, you get in an argument.
Okay.
And it affects you when you go to work. It messes up your whole day. Everybody in the chat, they know exactly what I'm talking about. And I know all of us done been through it. But I understand what you mean.
What did I tell you?
But in this case,
Ocho,
you can't afford to do it. You can't be you have a job to do. Catch, block, and score touchdowns. Two, he does 2 of the 3. 2 of the 3.
Remember I told you, Ocho? What did I tell all my girlfriends? I can bring work home, but I can never take you to work. If I got to take you to work, I got to let you go.
Stop right there. Come on back. Bring that to me again.
Yeah. I can bring work home, but I can never take you to work. Because if I take you to work, now that's interfering with my ability to do my job. Because at the end of the day, I'm paid to do a job. A man is paying me an honest day's salary. I got to give him an honest day's work. Free. Right. My mind must be free.
I like that.
When you step on that field, your mind must be free. I approach practice like a game because I wanted to become second nature. I wanted everything to be second nature. Just like I wake up, I brush my teeth, I put my clothes on, I tie my shoes, I'm out the door. That's what practice led into the game. I couldn't get it wrong because I had done it right so many times. So from that, you have Ocho. And look, I understand, Ocho. Everybody does not have the same mindset.
We all
that's
different.
why it's so hard.
We all different.
That's why it's so hard to win a championship as a team. I mean, if you got 45 Tom Brady's, you're gonna win a lot of games. But the problem is you don't, and you must be able to take the guys that really, really want to do it. Because I was talking to, if you notice, Ocho, people that talk about each other, They do well together. But if somebody don't want to talk about it, he think he too good.
Yeah.
You see, greatness, if you look at great people, they hang together, they cool. But average people don't like great people. Great people don't like average people. And you know why you and I have so much success? Because it's less crowded up here. Because people are okay being average. So that's where it's crowded at, Ocho. When it's up here, it's smooth sailing. All you got to do is work. But people don't want to work. They want X, Y, and Z, but they're not even willing to do RST. You see, that's why I've been able to have the success. When people say Shannon don't deserve anything, you're absolutely right. Shannon earned it. Because there's an opportunity. Everybody has opportunity. And so what I'm willing to do, look at my work schedule, Ocho. You know what it is. Saturday we had a podcast. Sunday we had a podcast. Monday I did ESPN. Then we had another podcast. I went and did ESPN on Tuesday. Had Tape Club Shay. I did podcast on Wednesday. ESPN today. I went and taped another podcast. Now I'm doing Nightcap with you. Got ESPN tomorrow.
Well,
you see
working,
that?
Boy.
That's Ocho. That's a price. I cannot ask God to give me something and then complain that you gave me too much. He said, "You ungrateful. You know what?" And he knows how much I hate ungrateful. So how can I be ungrateful for someone that gave me something?
You right. Listen, I can't even argue with you after that sermon. That was good there. Listen, you in your feelings right now. So you're very passionate about that. But again, back to the topic at hand. Yes. George, I know you're going to see this. Baby, hold your head. I know how you feeling. I know what you're going through. I'm one of the few that can empathize with how you feeling because I played the position. I know what it's like to be struggling. I know what it's like to be losing and knowing I can contribute, knowing I can help, and not getting the opportunities that you may feel you deserve. Keep playing, man. Keep playing. When Buddy running, whether it's Najee or other young fella, other young bull, man, you got to block, boy. Just block. Your opportunities are going to come, man. I'm telling you, better days are ahead, man. Lock in, baby.
Ocho, you know how and why I've always been able to go and stand in front of, when I was in high school or college, and once I got to the league, I could stand in front of young men, older men, some older than I was, and command their attention. Because every man that looked me in my eye and heard my voice, no, I never asked more than I was willing to give. That's what makes you a leader. They've got to know. If you're asking me to do that, I believe Shannon Sharpe would do it. If I believe if Shannon is asking me to stay our ass in, he's in. The way he eats, the way he trains, you never ask more than you're willing to give. You'll never have a problem. It doesn't matter if you're born great or had greatness thrust upon you. What are you going to do with it? Leader is something. You're a born leader, but greatness, some people are born great. Some people have greatness thrust upon them. What are you going to do with that greatness?
I like that. Well, you preaching today, boy. We just started. Boy, you warmed up, boy. Who got the offering plate? That was nice there. I know George gonna see this, and watch George gonna see this, but I bet you don't have no goddamn problems at my dog no more.